Hello and welcome again to Kev's Guillain-Barré story. Well, today, I don't know where to start actually. So, I'm in rehabilitation at a stroke ward, and as a Guillain-Barré recovering patient, they don't have the facilities here for me. Now, um, I've now questioned it with my neurologist and also the ward manager here. Um, and I got some very strange responses. One of which I wanted to know what department the ICB funding request was sent to, and since last week they have still not given me the answers. So either they're hiding something or covering something up. I just don't know. Um, so questions have been asked today. Also, why am I not getting um, intense physio every day? Because as a GBS recovering patient, I should be having load bearing weight, i.e., standing up, using weights on both my arms and legs to stimulate muscle growth because over the past 8 months, my muscles just wasted away. Well, they wasted away the month that I was on a respiratory ward where no physio was carried out. So it's a bit of a mess at the moment, the NHS in the UK. And it's not just about me raising awareness, it's about people in the future not suffering what I've had to go through and I'm still continuing to go through. Um, it, it begs belief. It really, really does. Now, these videos are to highlight what goes on within the NHS so that if anybody ends up with Guillain-Barré syndrome, they know what to look out for. Um, I had great admiration for the nurses and doctors that cared for me while I was in A&E to diagnose what was going on with me because I presented as a stroke sufferer initially. 4 hours they initially ruled out a stroke, but it took another 18 hours of about 32 doctors and consultants to try to figure out what was going on, and none of them could diagnose it. So I thought, what's going on here? And there was a neuroconsultant by the name of James, scruffy little urchin, but I'm deeply indebted to him because he was the one that diagnosed my Guillain-Barré. And he said, I've only seen this in one other patient in my career. Boom, I think you've got GBS. I then had 5 rounds of plasmapheresis to swap over my plasma and to halt my autoimmune system attacking my innards. Um, I was up on a ward for 10 days while I was having the plasma infusions. I then had to be induced into a coma because my lungs needed a rest because I had quite a severe coughing fit after eating something. And I was then induced into a coma for 2 days. When I woke up, I was paralyzed. I've had to learn to talk, learn to drink, learn to eat. But the Herculean task of learning to walk befuddles me and how and why I am not getting the intense physio that I require. So after coming out of critical care unit after a month, which I was doing well, I had like piano fingers. Um, I was standing up, load bearing on my feet, legs, hips, everything. I was doing physio every couple of days to keep things moving. And I was then moved on to a respiratory ward and was just left. And I mean left. The dietitian messed up my feeding regime to such a degree that it had nowhere to go apart from come back up, and I was sick for 2 hours. This then led to a secondary chest infection, followed by the need to be on oxygen for a week. So I was just left alone with no physio, and the level of care, um, even nurses go, well, not nurses, but healthcare associates go into the bin to pick up an old bolus bottle to feed me with. Um, the story is just incredible. And with these videos, I hope to sort of educate everybody that if you do end up with Guillain-Barré syndrome in the UK and get treated with the NHS, these are the things to look out for. Once you come out of uh, critical care or intensive care, make sure you get to a neurological uh, rehabilitation centre, because otherwise it's 248 days for me today, and or is it 249? I think I still can't walk, and I'm still not standing and taking weight every day. Um, so yeah, continue to watch these updates, and I'll continue the journey with you all. And like and subscribe, and just get this message out, because people need to be aware. If you end up with a viral or a bacterial infection, you could, if your immune system is weak, end up with Guillain-Barré syndrome, and it is such a debilitating illness. Trust me, this is the 8th month of me in recovery. Luckily, I'm a different type of person, and I don't get stressed with a lot of things. But today marked a different turning point for me, because I now have to go hammer and tongs at the NHS to try and get rehab. Bye for now.